all places to visit in Laos. The Southeast Asian country of Laos is a hidden gem among its more popular neighbours of China, Thailand, Cambodia and Vietnam. Its rich cultural diversity comes from the 49 ethnic groups that influence the food, arts, customs and festivals in the country. The country is divided into north, central and southern regions, each with lush landscapes and an inviting atmosphere. The unspoiled jungle habitat of Laos means you might see an elephant strolling on your way to breakfast or monks walking the roadways. The best experiences in Laos are the spontaneous ones that you have by interacting with the locals and witnessing daily life in the country. You can also explore the many natural, cultural and historical sites, as well as several UNESCO World Heritage sites. Number 26. Wat Pho. Famous and important only after Phra That Luang, the sacred and noble Wat Pho Pagoda is also a museum holding works of art representing the religious beauty of Laotians. Here, many precious sculptures and pictures are inlaid with gold, covered with silver, studded with jade and many other precious stones. Walking in the middle of Wat Pho will make you feel like you are lost in a peaceful fairyland where there are many jewels and so many souvenirs. Number 25. Wat Sisaket. This temple is still preserved since the date of its construction in 1818 according to Siamese Buddhist architecture. Throughout the corridor include 2,000 Buddhist statues which are cast in bronze, ceramic, precious wood and gilded, plated with iridescent silver. The number of Buddhist statues in the temple can be up to nearly 7,000 in total, which sometimes takes you a whole day to visit. What a very staggering number for an old temple. Number 24. Pak Ao Caves. Pak Ao Caves overlook the Mekong River. There are two caves, Tam Ting and Tham Thiong, housing hundreds of miniature Buddha sculptures. There are a variety of Buddha positions, such as statues of Buddha meditating, teaching or in nirvana. Thereby you will admire the artworks which have been tinged with time but clearly show the talent and ingenuity of the Lao artisans. Number 23. Buddha Park. Buddha Park is a very large garden with more than 200 Buddha statues and Hindu deities that are crafted as unique works of art. The most prominent of the garden is a giant reclining Buddha statue measuring 40 metres long. The moss-covered statue is on a cool green background, creating an ancient but very peaceful space. In addition, the garden also recreates images of gods, demons, people, animals, and the three layers of hell, earth, and heaven. Number 22. Wat Thong. Built in 1560 by King Setahirath and under the royal patronage of the Kingdom of Laos, Wat Thong is considered the most beautiful, most important, and oldest of the 65 great temples of Luang Prang. The pagoda clearly shows the architectural lines of Laos, with the sharp curved roof pointing straight up to the sky. Inside there are many very delicate reliefs, carvings recounting many sacred Buddha relics. Number 21. Muang Kuon. Known as Old Sieng Kuang, Muang Kuon is the provincial capital in French colonialism, the royal capital, and the centre of Puang Kingdom. There are a few buildings still existing in the town, such as the French School, Governor's Residence and Wat Phra Wat, in which a sitting Buddha is surrounded by brick columns reaching skywards. The nearby Ban Pai village also consists of jars built from granite instead of stone, as in Plain of Jars. Here you can easily meet the villagers doing weaving and basketry. The beautiful lush fields and creeks will be offered in front of your eyes when standing on a suspension bridge at the village. In addition, That Phon displays ashes of Buddha brought from India and Thiat Chom Thet, which was constructed to suggest Buddha's values are impressive stupas, attract tourists in this area. Number 20. Phra That Luang. Phra That Luang is a huge gold-covered Buddha stupa in the centre of Vientiane and is generally considered as the most important national monument in Laos. Built in the shape of a giant pyramid, the stupa measures approximately 69 metres long and 45 metres high and is encrusted with thousands of pounds worth of gold leaf. The Buddhist temple is located next to the Laotian parliament and is clearly seen from the top of Patuxai Arc in downtown Vientiane. Pat That Luang holds a special meaning in Laos since the temple affirmed itself as the symbol of the Laotian nation in 1991. The change from the previous symbol of a hammer and sickle to an iconic piece of Buddhist architecture symbolised the perseverance and generosity of the Lao people. Many people make offerings to the monks to accumulate merit for rebirth into a better life. The religious element of the ceremony concludes as the people carry incense or candles and circle Pat That Luang 3 times in the Buddha's honour. Festival entertainment includes both traditional and popular music along with several dramatic performances. Number 19. Kon Papang Falls. The powerful Mekong River cascades into a lake in southern Laos, creating the largest waterfall in the world in terms of volume and width. It goes by a number of names, including Kon Papang in Laotian, Kon Falls, and Chutes de Kon in French. Because it prevented transport, trade and naval attack from the sea while still being very beneficial for local people to float around on over its vast, placid face in Laos, this waterfall may have been what kept the culture of the Laotian Mekong Basin separate. Almost nobody ever notices it. The majority of tourists avoid it when travelling. It is far from any major cities or airports, and the local transportation system is rudimentary. Number 18. Thakek. Thakek, the capital of Cam Ranh province, is a town blessed with the best vistas that bring the wonders of nature to light. Cam Ranh is the ideal destination for people looking to conduct health vacations or escape from the outside world because it is home to numerous enormous caves, powerful mountains and gushing rivers. Embracing nature and everything it has to give would without a doubt be the best thing one could do in this situation. Each day would be loaded with excitement that gets your blood pumping, including caving, climbing, swimming and kayaking. Check out the well-known Thakek Loop, which is a favourite of bicyclists everywhere. In Thakek, there is never a dull moment. Number 17. Tatsay Waterfall. A magnificent work of nature that is best experienced during the rainy season because the swimming pools have hard water during the months of March through July. The Tatsay waterfalls are among the most stunning waterfalls in Laos, although not as tall as the well-known Kawang Si. Before entering enormous pools, the water cascades down numerous levels of the amazing limestone cliffs. Travellers who love to take pictures have a great opportunity to capture some stunning images at the Tatsay Cascades. The wonders of nature, including stunning waterfalls and imposing limestone formations amidst a lush tropical jungle, will be on display for tourists. If you're feeling brave, you can kayak down the Nam Khan River to Tatsay Waterfall. Number 16. Luang Namtha. A famous tourist attraction, Luang Namtha serves as the starting point for treks and bicycle trips to the nearby hill tribe villages. The town is home to the Luang Namtha Museum, being the largest city in Laos's northwest and a well-liked resting place for travellers crossing the border in China. Luang Namtha has a lot to boast about. People frequently stay in Luang Namtha so they can trek through the surrounding beautiful countryside. This is a mountainous area of Laos that is also dotted with ethnic villages. The most well-known national park in Laos is not far from Luang Namtha, where you can go hiking to beautiful waterfalls and take in the town's abundance of shops, marketplaces and temples. Number 15. Paksay. At the meeting of the Mekong and Sedona rivers, Paksay serves as the entry point to southern Laos. The commercial and transportation centre of southern Laos, with connections to Bangkok to the west, Da Nang to the east and Phnom Penh to the south, is the capital city of the province of Champasak. Additionally, it is the second most populous district in the nation. Paksay acts as a starting point for travellers heading further south to other southern Laos locations. Once you arrive, spend some time discovering Paksay's secret attractions. Old French colonial buildings, a Vietnamese neighbourhood, Buddhist and Chinese temples, and an old Catholic churches are all easily found with a little exploration. Alternatively, you can sit and enjoy a cup of freshly brewed coffee or Lao tea while observing daily life. Number 14. Namnam Lake. The largest body of water in landlocked Laos is Namnam Reservoir, also known as Namnam Lake, and it is conveniently reachable as a day excursion from both Vientiane and Vang Vieng. The Namnam Reservoir has a surface area of about 370 square kilometres. It has beaches all along its shoreline, which is why it is frequently referred to as the Laos Sea. It has islands as well. The majority of these are too small to live in. Number 13. Bolaven Plateau. In southern Laos, the Bolaven Plateau is well known for its picturesque landscapes, ethnic settlements and conventional coffee estates. Additionally, it features some of the most magnificent waterfalls in Southeast Asia. Because the plateau is higher than other sites in Laos, between 1,000 and 1,350 metres above sea level, its climate is generally warmer. If you're thinking about visiting the Bolaven Plateau, it's a good idea to bring a jacket because the evenings can get chilly. The Bolaven Plateau's hiking and bike trails across rural Laos draw outdoor enthusiasts as well. Hornbills are among the 300 different bird species that may be found in this national park, which is also home to leopards, tigers, elephants and monkeys. Number 12. Tham Nam Water Caves. One of Vang Vieng's most outstanding natural attractions is Tham Nam Water Cave. The cave has a river system that runs through it, and it is 15 kilometres from Vang Vieng town by road. One of the top local businesses in Vang Vieng, AK Home, is in charge of running the water cave. Continuous through a network of ropes fastened to the cave's roof, you can pull yourself inside the network of water caves. You will need to swim toward the deeper sections after you reach the end of the rope system. Families, friends and groups of individuals can enjoy the thrill of the unknown while using headlamps provided by the tour operator. Number 11. Mount Pho Si. Mount Pho Si, also known as Phu Si, is a stunning 100-metre hill that commands the skyline of Luang Prang. The name of the mountain, which is directly translated as Holy Mountain, becomes the geographical and spiritual heart of the attractive city. You will be rewarded with 360-degree panoramic views of the densely lush mountains, dominating the tranquil rivers from the summit of this World Heritage city. Sunrise and sunset are prized moments to photograph, and both can be seen from the magnificent vistas of Mount Pho Si. It's highly advised to arrive before dawn if you want a fantastic photo during the daytime in order to avoid the crowds. However, the magnificent sunset at nightfall, when the waning sunlight gradually transforms into golden hues over the alley, is a genuinely amazing event. Number 10. Vientiane City Tour. Due to the vast number of ethnicities that make up the population of Laos, taking a tour in the capital city of Vientiane is an ideal way to grasp an understanding of the history and culture of the country. The city sightseeing tour will get you to the key tourist attractions of the city, including the Patakse Monument, Wat Sisaket, Wat Pho, and Buddha Park. If time permits, the Cope Visitor Centre in Vientiane is worth a stop. The centre educates visitors about the important work of providing disability services and prosthetic limbs for people impacted by unexploded military devices. For a fun excursion in the area, be sure to experience the Vientiane Night Market. Number 9. Kangg Waterfalls Caves. Tucked within the Po Hin Bun National Protected Area in central Laos are the Kangg Waterfalls Caves. It is a river cave system that stretches for more than 7.4 kilometres, one of the longest in the world. You can take a boat trip through the caves with a guide who can point out the stunning geological formations. The caves are quite dark and you might get wet in certain conditions if water is dripping from the ceilings. Once you make your way through the winding cave waters, other popular things to do include walking through the tiny rural village of Kangg Waterfalls and enjoying some of the other outdoor activities in the national park. The best way to get to the caves is to stay in Vientiane and hire a bus. Kangg Waterfalls Caves are about 5 hours from Vientiane, so you will want to plan an overnight trip. Number 8. Nong Kiao. Nong Khiao is a popular tourist destination in Luang Prang province because of its many walking, mountain climbing and biking opportunities. A must-see, the site is the bridge across the Nam Ao River, which was built by China. The bridge connects the two parts of Nong Khiao and is a good place to see stunning views of the river and mountains. Nong Khiao is a rustic village, so visitors shouldn't expect truly luxurious accommodations. Spelunkers may enjoy exploring the Pau Tok caves that are located about a mile from the town. The caves house villagers during the Second Indochina War. Number 7. Wat Pho. The UNESCO World Heritage Site of Wat Pho is an archaeological phenomenon preserved in a mountain in southern Laos. The temple is one of the oldest worship sites in the country, located at the base of Phu Khao Mountain, which is considered a holy mountain. Wat Pho is a Buddhist temple, but you will see relics of its Hindu history. If you continue your walk beyond Wat Pho to the paths on the mountain, you will find other smaller temples, many that have crumbled over time. This location is significant to Laos's history. The flowing Mekong River in the background adds to the ambience. Number 6. Hua Sia. Hua Sia is located on the border between Laos and Thailand, which is the reason that many people visit when they cross from one country to the other. It is also known, however, for its Mekong River cruises, as you can take a boat from Huang Shai to Luang Prang, and for many visitors this is the highlight of a trip to Laos. It is also the gateway to Bokeo Nature Reserve, which is known for its spectacular gibbon experience. Number 5. Pon Savan. Pon Savan, or Plain of Jars. This unique area is one of the cultural highlights of Laos. It is a woefully underrated destination and one of the best places to visit in Laos in terms of cultural and historical significance. Pon Savan is a vast plain dotted with big stone urns. Each urn weighs thousands of kilograms and no one knows how or why they got there. Some historians believe the jars were used to store wine or rice, and others think they were a burial ground. Either way, the result is certainly extraordinary. The area of Pon Savan in the north of Laos is also home to many different ethnic groups. The best way to visit these communities and learn about them is with a local guide. Number 4. Si Phan Don. Si Phan Don, or 4,000 Islands, in the south of Laos, are a group of islands in the Mekong River Delta. Most of the islands are very small and uninhabited. The nutrient-rich waters of the delta are great for fishing, and most of the locals that live there are fishers. The biggest and most popular islands are Don Det and Dong Kong. This is where you'll find tourist accommodation, restaurants and shops. Don Det is more of a backpacker destination than Dong Kong, with hostels and bars. The atmosphere on the islands is very laid back and relaxed. You can easily explore the islands by bike, cycling past paddy fields, villages and beautiful waterfalls. You might even spot some sweet-water dolphins here. Number 3. Vang Vieng. As calm and elegant as Vientiane is, as rowdy as Vang Vieng. Vang Vieng is made a name for itself in recent years as one of the most popular backpack party destinations in Southeast Asia. The small city is known for cheap drinks, loud parties and tubing. Vang Vieng is also a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts and adrenaline junkies. The karst hills and caves around the city are great for rock climbing and hiking. Tour companies in Vang Vieng also organise kayaking trips and buggy rentals, so you'll never be bored. Number 2. Luang Prang. The most beautiful place in Laos is undoubtedly Luang Prang. Here, all the love and attention is much deserved. This small town is the cultural heart of Laos. The historic city centre, with its beautiful colonial architecture and Buddhist temples, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Luang Prang exudes relaxation, luxury and culture. It is the perfect place to unwind for a few days and take in the rich culture of Laos. Visit the ornate temples and palaces and witness the monks' daily alms ceremony in the streets of Luang Prang. Take in the stunning landscape and sunset from a river cruise and visit the breathtaking Kangg Waterfalls. Luang Prang lends itself perfectly for strolls through the elegant town centre and indulging in superb Lao French fusion cooking. The night market and shops in Luang Prang are the perfect places to shop for traditional Laotian arts and crafts. Number 1. Kuangsi Caves and Waterfalls. The caves and waterfalls in Laos are unlike any others in the world. The flowing water at the natural Kuangsi waterfall in Luang Prabang is one of the most stunning waterfalls in the country. It cascades down 3 tiers to a 50-metre drop. Beneath the falls are a series of pools where you can go for a swim and get the best view by looking up at the Grand Falls. You can change clothes in wooden huts that are located on site. Your next stop in the area is the Pak Ao Natural Caves that overlook the Mekong River. There are 2 caves, Tham Ting and the Tham Thuong, housing thousands of Buddha statues that locals have gifted over the centuries.